What's up guys, it's Drac, and this is a new NERF Easy Play blaster. The Easy Play is kind of like an umbrella under which all of the NERF Jr stuff sort of lived, but NERF Jr is no more, now it's NERF Wild, which makes sense. If you know any 6-year-olds, they really like animals. This is the Target exclusive. The Walmart exclusive is a shark, we'll cover that one later, but I picked up the Target exclusive one, which is like a lion. Now it did set me back $20, which is quite a bit for a toy in this age range. Hopefully the build quality and the overall fun factor. Performance isn't as big a deal when you're at this age range. You care more about like, does it work? Is it hard to break? How reliable is it? And I assume that the NERF brand is pretty good at doing most of those things, at least historically it has been. But there are a lot of things that seem kind of cheap about this for what is effectively a $20 pistol aimed at younger foam flingers. Let's get it out of the package. I don't know if you guys could see the smell check when I was unboxing this, but this one was made in India. The made in India blasters tend to be a little lower quality than the made in China blasters. They're distinct, not necessarily because of their lower quality in the product, but you can always tell because the cardboard smells really bad. If you don't believe me, actually don't. Do not go to your local Target aisle and just start smelling NERF products. I think that would be a little silly. You do get double your darts. This theoretically holds 8 in the front, and, well, these darts are crushed out of the package. That's no bueno. Yeah, a lot of them. Does it still count as double your darts if the darts are damaged? Anyway, we'll go ahead and use yield damaged darts. Now, I will point out one feature of this being front loading like this and having such an easy to access all 8 barrels in the front is actually a huge feature. If you ask like the guys who run NERF birthday party companies or arenas or what have you, they will tell you time and time again, the biggest thing that this age range, 6 and up, struggles with is more complicated loading mechanisms. And that's everything from magazines to breech loading, like little fingers and not fully developed motor skills just struggle with that. But muzzle loaders are the key. Everybody who runs a party company that I know, a bunch of my friends are like all about the muzzle loaders. Whatever the cheapest, most durable muzzle loader on the planet is, that's what I want to stock for my birthday parties. Now, I will point out that the overall design deco of this is very cool. You got a big old lion head up front, very bold. Paint only on one side, keep that in mind, but a lot of the deco is done in molding. Blaster feels cheap, again, manufactured in India. That means that it's just thinner plastic, lightweight, very hollow in a lot of places. But the 2 features designed for younger foam flingers are not critiques in this case, they are benefits, one of which is a smaller handle. So the grip is very, very petite, would fit in child-sized hands, I assume pretty well. And then you've got what's supposed to be an easy prime. And sure enough, that's back and forward. An anti-jam thing would be if this has slam fire, which it does. It auto rotates, which is nice. It misfired that time, so I don't know how entirely reliable it is, although this might just be one of the more damaged darts out of the package. No? Go figure. Anyway, the only other thing that I want to point out about this blaster is rotating this barrel. The fangs, the teeth on the lion are really cool, but it's very easy for me to rotate through and pinch my fingers, especially in the back here. You could also get hair caught in there, I think, pretty easily if you were handing this to a foam flinger with longer locks. I don't know if this one went through as extensive like child hands-on testing as they usually would. Like I said, the overall aesthetic design is quite nice. Functionality-wise, I think that it leaves a little bit to be desired. That's another misfire. That dart didn't fly more than 2 feet, and that one flew fine. Very interesting. So we're gonna pick the 8 best darts, we're gonna take it outside, we're gonna put it over the chronograph, we'll give you our final thoughts. All right, so the Lionfury is gonna go over the Ballistic Chronograph. Let's see if ye old NERF Jr follow-up is capable of getting a high enough FPS to be read. 43, 53, 43, 44, 39, error. Let's put a few just shoulder shots downrange. And you're seeing that your range expectation there is pretty low. So final thoughts on the Lionfury are that it accomplishes its goals pretty well. It's not a performance powerhouse, but it doesn't need to be. The objective here is to be easy for small hands and not finely developed motor skills to use, not break the bank, and also not bust a bruise. So the FPS is pretty reasonable. The floaty nature of the darts is fine. I wish it was a little bit more reliable in terms of some of its firing, but I'm willing to give it the benefit of the doubt. I think overall, a really solid product taking advantage of a lot of, I'm sure, feedback and research. The oversized trigger is really good because kids tend to use 2 fingers for the trigger, especially since the trigger can be tough to pull, so it's easier if you use more of your hand to do so. I think that if you were really wee, you could maybe even fit 3 fingers on there. I'm not gonna dock too much for the tight stock because if you're 3 feet tall, this is probably a reasonable amount of stock. Overall, I think a solid hit. Definitely one that you could pick up on sale if the $20 price point is a little too steep, but a solid offering in and of itself. Just don't wait too long for that sale, because if you go ahead and wait too long, your foam flinger might be ready for something with a little more punch before you know it. Much love, blast on, Drac out.